Yo, 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 it's the 1409 podcast. I go by the name of KT.
It's your boy GualaMeetsWorld.
Welcome to episode 94. 94. We got a special guest in here. Founder and CEO of Geek Management, LLC.
Hello.
You know she's a business consultant and a book coach out here. We got Miss Olivia Mathews, author, editor, extraordinaire. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
All good.
I'm doing good. Thank you for the intro. And I'm just happy to be here.
We happy to have you for sure.
Yes.
You already know. All right, we have someone said good evening, guys. I don't want to say the name. I might butcher your name, so I'm just gonna put you on the screen like that. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
We will not pronounce that.
Tabisha Ngari.
Yeah. There we go. Sound about right. What the mind craze? I see you in here. Okay, so we got the intro out the way. Let's go and get to the shots or whatever you may have. I don't have any alcohol tonight because I'm moving. I'm location to location right now, but I got something here.
Okay.
All right, let's do a cheers to the success of Geek Management. You know what I'm saying? And Miss Olivia Mathews.
Cheers to it.
Yeah. Already. All right. So now we get to the trivia. So, where are you from, Miss Olivia?
I'm from Houston, Texas. Sunnyside, to be exact, is the community. If you know anything about Houston, it's the neighborhood.
All right. We had a guest from Sunnyside like 2 episodes ago, so I could base my trivia off of that. What year was Sunnyside annexed into the city of Houston? That's my trivia.
Oh, Lord.
There we go.
When I was born, 1982.
Oh, nah, it was 1950, 1952, 1953, something like that.
Oh, okay.
It was in the 1950s. I can't remember the exact year, but
I missed
Pop Darby, he's from Sunnyside. You familiar with him?
Yeah, I am. I follow him, and I actually met him a couple times just through events, business events or whatnot. But I didn't know he was from Sunnyside.
Yep, small world out here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So y'all from the South Side, huh?
Definitely a powerful individual.
Most definitely. Yeah. And he's a 90s baby out here, so we rocking with him. Not to say we don't rock with the 80s babies, but we definitely rocking with the 90s baby too. Already. But shout out to the 80s baby. We rocking with the 80s baby tonight.
We the old heads. We got to shout out to the old heads.
30's the new 20.
Exactly. We almost 40, but it's okay.
It's all good.
It's all good.
So what are 3 things people may not know about you?
3 things people may not know about me that I love. I have a passion for pictures. I love painting. Some people may not know that. I picked up painting in the summer when I got laid off from my job, and I literally just like to do it as a hobby, which leads me to liking to take pictures. A lot of people don't know that. And Geek Management LLC actually has photography in store for my up-and-coming clients and videography. And so people may not know I'm very, very big on the arts in general. Painting, picture taking, things like that. Oh, that's one thing. Well, painting, picture taking, and some people may not know I'm a poet. My first book was a poetry book 5 years ago.
Let's hear poet.
Let's hear one of your poems right now. Let's hear one on the 1409 then.
Well, I like to prepare for my spoken word.
I tell you, we got them curveballs out here. You ain't got to do it now. It's just a suggestion.
I have a plethora of poems in my book, Blissful Heart. So if you want to go on Amazon and get Blissful Heart, my first book, which was a poetry compilation, there's a lot of poems in there. And I also did a few spoken word events around town.
All right, so that's paperback and ebook, or
yes. The poetry book, Blissful Heart, is poetry and it's only paperback. Okay. My ebook, which is Manifestation 2020, was this year, December 16th. 2020. That's ebook only. So one and the other.
On Amazon as well. The link is in your bio, the direct link.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
And that's a self-care journal.
All right, so we gonna get into self-care and all that for sure.
Yes, indeed.
I still want to hear a poem because I'm a lover of the
Lord.
arts.
You still want to hear a poem before the end of the interview?
Yes.
I might have to go ahead and pull something out the hat. But not right now.
So that you said 3 things: poetry, art.
Well, they already knew about the poetry, but poetry, no, they didn't know because I hadn't been doing it for a while. Poetry, painting, and photography.
All right. So when you say photography, you like to be photographed, or you like to do the?
No, I like to be behind the camera.
You like to be behind the camera.
Yes, behind the scenes. So GEEC management is actually bringing photography, videography into our business services as of March of this year.
Oh, that's like in 4 days, 5 days. Okay.
Oh yeah. You know, while I've already been doing my research and playing around and practicing, I've already been doing some legwork in the background just before, praying on it and doing some things before just to kind of manifest it. And now I got that confirmation that I need to add it to the business services, so that's what we're doing. We don't procrastinate it. We GEEC management.
So what type of videos are we talking about?
Like ceremonial videos. If a person has a celebration, parties, weddings, whatever the case may be. If you want something, a video, then I can create that for you. And if you just strictly want photography, pictures, then I can do that as well. And then another great thing that GEEC is getting ready to do is now all of this falls under the umbrella of GEEC Production. The reason why it's called GEEC Production is because I'm going to be doing some short films this year because I'm very much into executive directing. And I'm trying to use all of my creative mind this year. Every creative part of me is going to be used this year.
Oh, really?
So what does GEEC stand for?
GEEC stands for Girls Encouraged and Empowered by Christ.
I like that. That's dope. Yes.
When I first wrote my book and started the business, I got my DBA in GEEC, and I also got it in Girls Encouraged and Empowered by Christ, because that's where GEEC came from, and I wanted to cover myself with both. That's the name God gave me in 2015.
All right, so you had that going in 2015.
And I've been holding on to it ever since.
Hey, the time, time better than now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
All right.
I went from a girl to now a woman, but it's all the same.
Mm-hmm. So at what point did you decide you wanted to work for yourself? What led up to that?
I decided when I had a job many years ago, when I started dreading being in the workplace, and feeling like that I wasn't fulfilling my purpose by being an administrative assistant. I worked for oil and gas companies. I worked for newspaper companies. My last position was a building manufacturing company. Actually, it was a multi-million-dollar manufacturing company here that I worked for, which I was laid off in July of 2020. And that was my last admin job. But even with that, I just knew, even though I had a lot of years under my belt in admin, I have a strong desire to just not work my business part-time and to work it full-time. I had been doing it part-time for several years already and just feeling like I wasn't giving it everything I had. Yeah.
So what was your biggest fear for making that decision and starting with self-employment?
I think I just had gotten so used to having, in my mind, job security. But I realized when I got laid off due to COVID in July that it really wasn't security, But in my mind, it was job security. But then, I learned after the layoff that all jobs are really temporary. Even if they're full-time, permanent, whatever, they're still temporary because you never know when it can get pulled from under you. So, yeah, it was like a forced transition. I got laid off and I was forced to just jump on in there full-time.
Yeah, because you can be let go without cause or anything with these full-time jobs.
Exactly. And this one was a COVID layoff. So it wasn't, it was just something that was unavoidable, and it was happening to a lot of people. Every week they were laying off more and more from management on down, but it was a blessing in disguise. It was bittersweet because even when I got laid off, I had that relief feeling like now I can go full time instead of part-timing myself and chipping off part of me for business, and meeting my clients around my full time and being a mom and things like that. Now I could just go for the gusto,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And not even ironically, but the great thing about it is that after the layoff, I've done better in business than I've done the first 4 years before that.
There's like motivation to go harder, you think, or?
Yeah, it was motivation to go harder. It's like, this is like end all be all,
Yeah, so what was going through your mind at that point?
I just gotta, like, in my mind, it was like, okay, I'm doing good for working for somebody else. So you need to work 10, 20, 100 times more for yourself than building somebody else's dream.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna do for you like you do for yourself.
Exactly. Nope, not at all. Not at all. So it was a little, at the beginning, you kind of got to get past those fears and those carnal reservations. Like, oh man, at first you kind of like, you have to adjust to the fact that you don't have a 9-to-5 anymore. And then once you shake that off and, start looking forward in the blessing that's ahead of you, smooth sailing.
So do you think the layoff was confirmation to go into business for yourself, or
Most definitely.
Do you feel like if the layoff wouldn't have happened, would your self-employment took a little long, like, what I'm saying, take you a little bit longer to get there?
Well, remember I was working part-time as an entrepreneur though, even from 2015. So I've been part-time for 4.5 years. If the layoff wouldn't have happened, I probably would have still been part-time, because I was still kind of I didn't want to take the leap myself. I guess I wasn't ready yet, but I always told myself when I save up a certain amount of money, then I would just go ahead and jump. So that's what I was kind of waiting on. But then the layoff happened, so I was forced to jump.
Forced to get out there and get it. You gotta go get it.
That's it, and I'm always on my grind, for sure.
Was there anyone that helped you along the way?
As far as
like building your brand and entrepreneurship, like
brand building, no. Entrepreneurship has always way. In those moments that I kind of felt like, I don't know, I did have my, friends that were encouraging me and saying, well, you got this, you've been had it anyway, so don't doubt yourself, because you already got it, and so I've had people help me do things like, I've had Tiara from Girl Boss Sweets, love her to death. She helped me to create my first flyer for, my workshop that I had. And the funny part about it, I went to Tiara and was like, because I joined Girl Boss Sweets in January, which has been a blessing to me. And we were in the office together, and I said, I need to find somebody to pay to make me a flyer for my event. Somebody, just somebody. Who do you use? And she was like, well, what are you trying to do? I said, I need a flyer. So I need to pay somebody to make me a flyer. And she said, well, why don't you just do it yourself? And I'm like, well, I don't know, but it never just dawned on me to do it myself. So I definitely salute her for, just encouraging me to just create my own flyer and not even have to pay anybody to do it. And that's what I did. I created my first flyer for a self-care workshop through Canva, which was she told me about.
Yeah, instead of showing you who to go to make the flyer, she showed you how to make the flyer.
Exactly.
That's love right there.
For sure to Tiara for that, for sure. She said go to canva.com and you do it yourself.
Well, yeah, we were familiar with that platform. I promise you.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
I just learned about Canva in 2021, so in January. But
you see that flyer you on?
Huh?
You see that flyer you on for the podcast?
Oh, that was a Canva?
Canva.
Oh, wow. Look at Canva. See what I'm saying? Everybody knew about Canva but me.
Yeah. I just learned too a few months ago, but I know once you know, you know.
I'm not the only one that didn't know. But yeah.
So what have been some of the things that you liked about being self-employed, and what are some of the things that you dislike about being self-employed?
What I like about it is that I make my own schedule, and that's beautiful. You know, it's a blessing to be able to, you know, work the days and the hours that you want to work. It really is, you know, not having to clock in, clock out, or even if you're salary, not having to make sure that you are there within those windows. I've been hourly and salaried as an employee. So it's a blessing to be able to only book on the days that, you know, it may be something come up that I might need a Tuesday off, you know, and I could take a Tuesday off and still work a Saturday or a Sunday.
Flexibility.
That's like the number one thing I love about being an entrepreneur full time.
Yeah, be your own boss. Make your own rules out here.
Exactly. If we want to work instead of 40 hours a week, we want to work 70 hours a week. We can make that call. If we want to do a little less, we can make that call too. So vacations are limitless.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta work 70 to get certain stuff done, but you know that's neither here nor there.
Because sometimes we work more than people that got jobs.
X.
Already. So you mentioned what you like. What's something you disliked, or did I miss it?
I think, well, for me currently, I don't know about anybody else, but I haven't and I do plan on doing so, but I haven't researched yet insurance for an entrepreneur. I know that I've heard there's some out there, and I'm really good with doing my homework and doing my research on things, but in that case, I haven't done it yet. So I don't have like company insurance or anything like that, or insurance for myself as an entrepreneur. So that's one thing that it's a disadvantage.
Already. I think Shayna was somebody was referring Shayna for that from Girl Boss Suites and everything like that.
Oh, really? For the insurance? Okay.
Yeah.
I need to look into that for sure.
Yeah, because she does insurance with Allstate. You know what I'm saying?
I saw that. Now, I guess I was looking at it from like a business standpoint versus personal, but I guess as an entrepreneur, you probably need both. Probably a personal and business type of thing.
Yeah, we probably need to have an episode about that all together, because that could cover a lot.
It could. Yeah, it could bless a lot of our lives for sure.
Yeah.
Another disadvantage is I have a 16-year-old daughter. She's my one and done, and she's a 10th grader, and she happens to think that because I'm an entrepreneur, if I work from home, you know, she can walk by me and she doesn't consider me being at work because I'm at home and I'm working. So sometimes I have to remind her I'm at work. I'm at home, but yeah, I'm at work. You know, at the same time. I think people can sometimes have a perception that if we're at home, that we just chilling when we really be working.
Yeah.
I know, we just be comfortable.
That's it. We just be comfortable. And sometimes I go to the Girl Boss Suites office and work, and sometimes I work from home. I normally do like half and half.
But that's a pro when you at home too, though. Put it to work too.
I know, right? I know. She just started her first job about a month and a half ago, and she's 16, so I'm proud of her for that one. And then she does school virtually.
Okay.
All right. So, what is the ultimate goal for GEEC management?
The ultimate goal is to utilize all my creativity, which I have already set the plan in place to do so, with adding to the company, because with that being said, I'll be using everything, all of my creative skills that I have and desires will be used. And I just want to continue to walk in my purpose. You know, GEEC Management LLC allows me to walk in my purpose. You know, I love doing what I do. I love meeting with my book clients. I love meeting with my business clients. You know, I do strategic planning. help new business owners or people that have an idea. It just needs to help with the legwork behind bringing it to fruition. I love that. I love doing what I do every day. There's not a day that I dread working for myself. And so I guess just keep working in my purpose and keep continuing to build more entrepreneurs like myself, help more people, not just women, but people in general understand their power, and that, I feel like everybody should be an entrepreneur, even if you're part-time. I really do feel that way.
Facts. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even have to, like, if you could, by however it works for you. Some people, you don't quit your job. Like, if you can't quit it, don't quit it. Just, you can do both. You know what
I
I'm
tell
saying?
people that all the time. I got a massage from a guy, Akim. He's really good at massages. He's on IG as well. And I met him through just somebody had made a good review. But he just said, Olivia, I can't wait till I get to, when he was doing my massage, he was saying, I can't wait till I can get to your position, full-time entrepreneur. And I said, right now you're doing the massage as your part-time business, and then you're working your job, to help pay your bills or whatnot, but stay at a good pace. Pace yourself and set up a plan, because, you don't want to leave your job and be in a position where things are going unpaid, or you feel like, you can't eat or something like that. Come up with a plan, save. And until you can do that, do both. I tell anybody, keep doing both until you know for sure that you can withstand.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you talked about Manifestation 2020.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
How has Manifestation 2020 impacted your life?
It's impacted my life because I've been able to manifest things from the layoff up until now. I write affirmations. I'm very big on affirmations. So every day I read them. It's important to me. It's important to write your affirmations, to speak them, and to also pray over them. So it's a 3-point system that I use, and I've been able to manifest so much just from last year to this year. It's amazing to look back on the paper and see the things I wrote down that have already come and happened. I wrote down 12 things in September 2020. Out of those 12, 8 things have been checked off already, have already happened. And these are things that hadn't even happened, yet, as of September 2020. I only have 4 things left, and these were my goals for 2020 and 2021.
You making things happen out here.
Yes, God is good. I can't take the credit by myself. God has allowed me to manifest, and that's why I'm very big on manifestation. And I'm like, look, people, y'all want better. We want better. Write it, speak it, and pray over it. And if it's for you, God would allow you to have it. But it's important to speak over our lives, because, the power is in the tongue. And if we're steady saying, woe me, and man, I'm doing bad, and man, I just don't got, like, I ain't got no money, now you're just speaking all that into your life. Even if that's the case, you're just speaking it to continue. Got $10, say, man, I got $100, man, I got $1,000. I might got 10. I'm going to have $5,000 in my bank account. And if you're praying over it and you're saying it and you're writing it, I can guarantee you it's gonna be more than 10 the next time you look up.
Mm-hmm.
That's walking by faith and not by sight, right?
Absolutely. But I think a lot of us just don't realize the power that's in what we speak over our lives. And it's a whole lot because I can even say, for me, I've always been a writer. Writing is my gift from God. So I would write things, but I wasn't necessarily speaking them. I would even write and pray, but I wasn't saying them out loud. And I wasn't like, speaking things as though they were out loud, even though I would write them and think them in my head. So, it's important.
Most definitely. Manifestation 2020. 2020 and 2021. You gonna drop Manifestation 2021?
Look, it was Manifestation 2020, and we're still manifesting in 2021 as well. Because the book, even the book, it's a lot of self-care that I use. I got my little prop here for self-care. These are one of the gifts that I gave out as raffles at the self-care workshop. the whole reason for the workshop was that I had to take a lot of time for self-care for me, coming from being a single woman again, and just I just had to take a lot of time to work out, eat healthy, drink more water, pray more, do my affirmation. There was a lot of things that went into self-care that I practiced. I put those things into the book to help other people. And then the feedback from my readers made me come up with the idea to create the workshop, because self-care is important for women and men. Me and y'all too. It's important to build yourself up, because when we put that self-care into ourselves, we're better for everybody around us.
That's a fact. So how important is self-care and women empowerment to you?
Oh, that's like top. That's like way up there. That's like my priority is self-care for me, because if I'm better for me, I'm better for my daughter, and I'm better for, everybody. But I think that we would all work better as a community and as a whole if we took care of ourselves, because loving yourself and taking care of yourself internally is going to exude out. That's why hurt people. For instance, when you feel good and you're doing good, then you can turn around and help somebody else feel good. So it's important.
Okay, back to the manifestation 2020. You can look at 2020 like 2020 vision as well. Like you see what you trying to get clearly.
Exactly. Right. You can look at it from a vision standpoint, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
So essentially it's timeless.
It is timeless. And I just feel like vision is priority to me too. Vision, purpose, passion. When you're doing something you're passionate about, it don't feel like work, right? It don't feel like work when you're doing something you really love. Now, if you're doing something you hate, you probably gonna be calling in left and right.
And you'd be like, damn, I gotta go to work.
Now that feels like not again.
I gotta work in the
Sunday
morning.
roll around and it's gonna be Monday. You just got a headache already.
Gotta go to work.
Yeah, you just
Yeah. Man.
So has there been any traveling in what you're doing now?
Yes, I went to Atlanta I went in September for fun, me and my friend, and then I went back in October because I wanted to make some business connections. So October was like a business networking trip for me, solo dolo, and I went back out there, and I did end up meeting some really interesting people in business that were Black entrepreneurs. So I traveled to Atlanta in October, and then that's the only business trip that I took during the pandemic. After the pandemic. Yeah, that was the only one that I took after the pandemic. But I am looking to do a couple this year for business.
What's some places you would like to be?
I definitely got to go back to Atlanta. Atlanta's my second home. So I want to go back over there because it's so big on entrepreneurship. It's so many people that are working for themselves down there that are Black. So I definitely want to go back down there, link up with some people I already know that I met previously, and also meet more. Probably, I don't know. I kind of want to go to California just because I haven't been.
You haven't been to any part of Cali?
I haven't been to any part of California. No. And for some reason, I just have a desire to go that way. So it must be something waiting on me in business over there.
It's lovely. It's lovely out there for sure.
I heard it's nice. Which part?
I like LA and I like the Bay. Those are the two parts I'm familiar with. The whole Bay Area and the LA area.
Those are the two parts that I hear about mostly.
Mm-hmm.
San Diego. I like the San Diego area too.
I heard some good things about San Diego as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't stepped foot down there yet, but I'd like to step foot down there in San Diego.
I need to go to California. I'm going to go to California. I'm manifesting that.
Most definitely. So would you like to share any of your success stories with your projects or any clients you may have?
I have some clients. I've helped other people become authors that have come, and took my business consulting courses. They've done consulting with me. I've done publishing coaching with them. I've done editing, proofreading, the whole nine. Some of them, one of my clients, she was an older lady in her 60s, but she wanted to do a testimonial book, and she wasn't familiar with typing on a computer. So I actually did her typing as well. Usually I start from the process of receiving the book, rough draft copy, and then I'll go from there. But she just had it on a notebook, and I told her that was fine. Sometimes I have to kind of tweak my services a little bit because I definitely wanted to help her become an author. And I did. I just did her typing, proofreading, editing, publishing coach, the whole nine. And then she became an author with her testimonial book. My ex-husband also became an author with my help, but with doing everything as well. And then I've helped other people with the business services, content creation. I just love to see people living out their passions and dreams. Currently, I have an autobiography client that I'm working with. We started in January. And then I have some business clients as well. But the autobiography is the book that I'm currently invested in. And she has a story.
All right. You help anybody with flyers on Canva? Yeah.
No. No,
that's content creation.
Huh?
That's content creation.
It is content creation. You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. I just made my little flyer and that's it. But you're right. That is content creation.
Indeed.
So I need to get on it, right?
Yeah. You need to get on it.
I need to get on it.
Yeah, just play around with it. You'll find it's a lot of different things you could do with that, for sure. The possibilities are pretty much endless on there.
That's what I saw. I think I browsed it like one day, and I was able to see there was just a lot that can be done on there. And I hadn't been on there yet again because I was vested into getting the workshop put together and everything, which was February 6th, and it was amazing. It was successful. Speaking on success stories, it was amazing. I wanted 20 women. I got my max head count for the guests that I wanted, and I wanted to keep it intimate. And really just special. And I got a room full of women, and I had my vendors, 2 vendors, but one of them, she didn't make it. Her grandma passed away that morning, unfortunately. But my other vendor came out, and then what else did we have? My photographer. I mean, it was just an amazing, successful event, and the women are still talking about how much it impacted their lives and how much they really needed the self-care workshop. Not the self-care gifts and candles or whatnot that I gave out, but actually what they got out of the words and the inspiration and the encouragement and the, that push to let's go, Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you have any advice for the listeners and viewers?
The advice that I have for them is to follow your dreams, follow your passion. I can't say enough how happy I am to be in a position to work for myself and to do what I love every day, and to use my mind in creative ways, and to just, because there are no limits when you work for yourself. Just like we can say, hey, we're going to add this to what we offer. We can do that as business owners. When you work for people, you don't have the luxury much at all. You just have to go by the book. So we're able to really live our best lives. I think full-time entrepreneurs doing what they love, art, that's what living your best life means, not how much money you make.
Dope.
Yep. So what do you have planned in the future? The near future, the far future?
I have
the medium future.
I have planned in the future to be a millionaire.
Okay.
I'm not there yet, but I'm manifesting that. So that's in the future.
No, you can't say you ain't there yet. Just say you a pre-millionaire.
I'm a pre-millionaire. You know what? I'm a pre-millionaire.
Right,
I am a pre-millionaire because I am a millionaire already.
Yep, there you go.
I am a millionaire. We have to speak it like that. You are absolutely right. Thank you for putting me back on page, because when I write my stuff out, my information, it's not I'm not, it's I am that.
No.
So you're right. I am a millionaire, a pre-millionaire.
Yeah.
What else I have going on? Just to those short films I'm really excited about. I want to do that. that's something I've been really, it's been in my heart for a while to executive produce and to really be behind the scenes. I really wanted to do a play, write a play, but then, you know, I said, well, and I may still do so, but right now I just think that after doing my research that I would enjoy more to do the short film.
Yeah. So you gonna do like a web series, or?
I don't know. I don't know if I'll make it a series or not. That I hadn't thought about. I just know I want to write a film, you know, with different themes. And I know the short films are not generally more than 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. And I like horror movies. So I'm going to do a horror film. And I'm going to do a film that has to do with mental disability, not even mental disability, but mental things that people face, like anxiety, for instance, you know, or just things that people face that is not always talked about. So I'm going to do something that has some meaning behind it like that.
Okay. It's dope. Mental health is very important.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I did a whole album about mental health.
Did you?
Yeah. It's called Therapeutic Movement.
Okay. Wow. Therapeutic Movement.
Yeah.
I need to check that out.
You can't spell therapy without rap.
That's true.
Mind blowing.
That is true. I'm like, that's true.
Yeah.
I like what you said about the horror movies too. I want to see like more Black people getting behind the camera with the horror movies, or people of color. Well, Black people shit. Yeah, I want to see it.
Absolutely, and the whole, because ultimately in the future, I want to submit my movie to the festivals.
Okay.
But starting out, I just want to enjoy it. You know, enjoy the moment and just create it, and you know, share my videos or my movies, short films with YouTube.
So, who is your favorite executive director?
I don't have a favorite. I probably should, but I don't currently. But you know, I'm glad you asked me that, because I'm going to work on that. I'm gonna do some homework and find a favorite, because I have a few that I follow on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And these are just people that I found on my own, you know, just with looking into the executive producing and things like that. They don't know me personally. But, you know, I found a few that I follow. We'll like each other's stuff and, you know, things like that. And I just kind of been doing my research and watching and even looking at some events so I can try to meet up with some, you know, that way I can learn and listen and watch. But I don't have a favorite, but I'm going to do some homework and find me a favorite.
Yeah, you got to have someone, not necessarily a favorite, but just somebody that you know, their work that you like. They can be your mentor without them even knowing that they're your mentor. You know,
Right.
Study their styles, different like techniques they use, and make it into your own thing and incorporate it in your films.
Kind of like the ones I've been watching on Instagram, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like
out of the shadow, for sure.
You feel like networking could get you further along in your entrepreneurship journey, or do you think it has gotten you further along in your journey so far?
Most definitely. I think networking is great. I think it's a big thing. I think that, you know, you could definitely get further along just by meeting the right person. You know, I'm very big on telling people about what I do. It may annoy some people enjoy it, but I just feel like closed mouths don't get fed. So if somebody has met Olivia, they probably know what I do, the name of my company, what I offer. 9 times out of 10, they know that, because I'm very big on networking and letting it be known what I have going on, you know, because if a person doesn't know, you know, you're at an event or wherever you're at, and you might have missed meeting the person that could take you to that next level, or somebody who you can fill up, you know, from what you have, but how would you be able to help that person if they didn't know that that's what you did?
Mm-hmm. You mentioned in your flyer, in your picture, you were speaking at an event right there, right? On that picture on your flyer?
That was at the workshop.
That was your workshop, correct?
Yes, because I had a photographer take that picture. Jessica Exquisite Images. She took that picture at the workshop when I was speaking to the ladies.
Okay. Let's get into the event. I think we kind of went over that a little bit. Let's get more into it. Like, what was your planning process behind that? What was your goal
Oh my
behind this
God.
event?
It was just like, it was a month. Planned it all by myself. So I think I had picked up a little anxiety along the way just because I have an issue with delegating. And one of my close friends said I need to work on that. She came to the workshop and she said, you need to learn how to delegate sometimes.
So you trying to do stuff yourself, like everything yourself?
I just did, and I did allow her and another friend to help me at the workshop as far as serving and getting stuff prepped up. But before that, I just was like, I got it. It's my baby. I'm gonna take care of it, and I picked up a little anxiety along the way because it was just like, but in the end, it came out to be beautiful and everything I imagined it to be.
Oh, really? And you said that was 20 people?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I actually asked God for 20.
And that was the max. That was the max you wanted?
That was the max I wanted.
You attained that goal for sure.
Indeed. I did manifest those 20 women were manifested. Yeah.
So are we is this going to be an annual thing, ongoing? Are you looking to multiply 20 into 30 and 40 in the future?
I think because of COVID, I wanted everybody to feel comfortable. That's kind of why I went with 20, because I wanted the ladies to feel like they were walking into a room and not feeling like they were like smothered with the whole COVID thing. And then I also wanted to be intimate, and just be like a private little setting. Going forward, as things get to slow down some and get better, I think that 20 doesn't have to be the number, because I would like to help more and just bless more women. The women blessed me back because they were very engaging, answering questions, asking questions. Like it was a blessed time. But I think it's gonna probably be. I think I'm gonna do something. I think I'm about doing something quarterly, but changing the theme.
Okay.
Like maybe like every, or maybe every like 4 to 6 months, do a workshop, but switch it up. I may do a budgeting workshop. I'm big on budgeting as well. That's something that's a priority of mine. And a lot of women ask me questions about how I manage money well and things like that.
All right. Yeah, that'd be something good to get into, like financial literacy and things of that nature.
I'm so big on financial literacy because a lot of times, we just are not, or weren't, like 80s babies, for instance, weren't necessarily taught that. I don't know about the 90s babies. I can't speak for y'all, but I know for us, you didn't learn it at school. And if you didn't learn it at home, you just kind of had to figure it out as you grew up. And it's harder that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the baby boomers, we ain't had learned about it either.
Okay, so see, exactly. So I'm teaching my daughter, even with her first job, how to save. Every check she has to save some money. Every single direct deposit she gets, a certain amount goes automatically to her savings account. And even when she complained about it and whined about it, it just is what it is. I told her I'm teaching her financial literacy, and you'll thank me later.
Yeah, go and pinch a little bit out that check, put it over here.
Just a little bit, it ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Yeah, once you do it long enough, it's just second nature to you then.
Exactly. So maybe a budgeting workshop and just maybe something just strictly on entrepreneurship in general.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was self-care, maybe a budgeting one, maybe something just solely on entrepreneurship. I've been thinking about some different things because it was such a great, amazing, successful turnout that I definitely don't want to leave it there. Just a lot of big things popping, more money in 2021.
More money, less problems.
Exactly.
Facts.
All right. How many times have you been on a podcast?
2 times. When I did Blissful Heart, I was with a radio station in Houston. I think it was KHOU. It was 5 years ago. But I did speak about the book at that time. Mm-hmm. And this is my second podcast. Mm-hmm.
All right. You looking forward to doing more?
I am. I like to share, let the world know, about geek management, let people know that we are here to be, great and not to settle for mediocrity, because, we're supposed to be larger than life. Selling ourselves short is just time out for it. Don't let anybody make you feel like you're supposed to just be comfortable with just the bare minimum, because that's not what we're here to be. We're kings and queens. God already confirmed that. So we're supposed to be living grand lives and doing what we love, getting paid what we're worth. All of that belongs to us. I told the women at the workshop, wealth belongs to us.
Already.
Mm-hmm. So, anybody you want to see on the 1409 podcast in the future?
Who would I want to see on there in the future? I've seen Rashida. She's super dope. Met her at Girl Boss Sweet's office as well.
Chimney Rock.
Yes. It's so cool because you meet such interesting people over there. Who have I met over there that hasn't been on an interview? I think Jessica would be good. I don't think I've seen Jessica. Jessica, Exquisite Images with the pictures, photography.
We haven't had her yet.
Okay, yes.
Keyword is yet.
Such a sweetheart. She did my pictures for the workshop. She's such a sweetheart. Love Jessica. Yeah, and it'll push her on out of that shell. So Jessica would be good.
Oh, she in the shell, huh?
She's super sweet. But she be in the shell just a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I just saw her recently travel to do some photography, so she coming on out that shell.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. Anytime you're doing traveling for work, then you definitely out of your shell. So congratulations to her for that, for sure. How long have you guys been doing 1409?
Since July 2020.
July 2020?
Yeah.
That was my layoff month. Look, something ended and something started, right?
Well, let me tell you something. July is the 7th month, right?
It is.
And 7 is the number to reset. So, and restart. If you
okay. I always looked at it as a number of completion. Is it?
Everybody say that, but let me say, you talk about God a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He rests on the 7th day. He had to reset. He was completed with building on the 6th day.
Right.
So 6 is a number of completion. 6 is a whole. 7 is a day to reset, or a number to reset.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all reset it.
Yeah, on the 7th. The 7th we reset it,
The 7th day of the 7th month at that. The first episode was July 7th.
Wow.
Yeah, if you go scroll,
I'm big on numbers, numbers are mean something.
Yeah, numerology it explains a lot.
Yes, it does. Wow. It's the 7th day of the 7th month. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Well, congratulations, because you guys have built a great platform, for people in business and, artists and just people, as a whole. It's an awesome platform. And I watched some of your videos and just been following the page of 1409. And I'm really impressed with what I see. It's amazing.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that for so. For sure.
Especially young men. Y'all 90s babies. Y'all already just getting it out the mud.
Yeah. Great.
Great. All right. What's your favorite episode of 1409 since you've been following it for a while? Not the one you on either.
Not the one. I liked a lot of them. I liked let me see.
Uh-oh.
Because I'm trying to narrow it down. Because I liked a couple of I liked the part that I saw of Andy.
Which episode with Andy? The first one or the second one?
It was the one I don't know.
I
I don't know which one. I'm like, I don't know. Try this in my head, not my heart. But because I normally try to, I caught her a snippet of it on there, and I was listening to what she was saying. I caught her some snippets on her page as well. But I always like to hear the nuggets.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the second one.
Oh,
So
it was
you
the
ready
second
to
one?
give it? You ready to give us that poem that you
Uh,
was prepared for us?
yeah. Now, y'all have y'all ever heard of
Mm.
Cafe's a bar, lounge and bar? Are y'all not from Houston?
No.
I think that was the last place I did spoken word. It was Cafe's. Um, yeah. See, y'all missed it.
All
Y'all
right.
missed it.
What's the
We ain't
question?
we ain't gonna get no poem. I tried.
Y'all ain't get no
Tried to get one at you.
I know it. I be liking to prepare for my little spoken word.
Question of today: if you could make anybody a part of your family, who would you choose?
You said if you could make anybody make it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Make any person a part of your family, who would you
Oh,
choose?
okay.
probably. Hmm. I think who's a big business guru that I like, that I follow. I follow so many people. Hmm. Famous person or regular person?
Anybody. It could be a famous person, somebody just anybody.
Hmm. Probably. Oh, that's you would be hitting me with some good ones.
It's gotta be
Like stuff
big.
I never even thought about before. And I normally think a lot. I'm an overthinker, so these will get me.
All right. Why you think
Maybe like Jay-Z or something.
Jay-Z got that hustle mentality?
Uh-huh. He is Sagittarius like me.
Okay.
We know we some hustlers.
See,
I'm gonna say I wouldn't add anybody in my family because sometimes family don't even make you close. Like you can be closer than some family. Some friends are closer than some family. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
they don't necessarily have to be family to bring you value, or
right.
they don't have
nah.
to be blood to be family.
You absolutely right.
Yeah, that's what when I mean family. I should have cleared it
Oh,
up. I'm not.
okay,
You don't
okay.
have to
Not
be
okay.
like blood, but like your
Just like
family.
somebody like in your like close little family circle.
Yeah, yeah. It's some people out there I call family, but ain't no blood. We ain't, you
Right.
know, related through blood, but we family. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. All right. So when you put it like that,
Oh, real estate. Um, probably like there's a person I know in real estate, and I'll leave the person nameless, but I would have that person be a part of my family. You know, we've been connecting since we met through networking and keep in touch on IG and things like that. But I would add that person to my family circle because of the drive and the wit that I see, and just that like I mean we just met and just kind of click when it comes to the business realm.
all right, I'm gonna go with Master P.
Master P,
I got the hookup.
that's a good one.
Yeah,
That's
he
a
got
good
that
one.
hustle. He got that rice. Got that
Yes,
cereal.
yes, yes. See, I was trying to think of somebody like that too. But Jay-Z good too. But no,
Yeah,
Master P is a good one.
yeah. Jay Z's damn good too, but yeah, Master P. Mhm, mhm.
Yes, yes, yes. And that's what I'm like somebody who just like all around business savvy, hustle savvy, all of that.
Mhm.
Mm, okay. Oh, I guess y'all wait for me to say it.
Yeah, I reckon so.
I'm like, yes.
Um, so I met this homeless guy, and I had a conversation with him, and he just kind of like I don't want to say like he kind of like gave a balance between like reality and pursuing your dreams.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we need people in our lives like that. That's gonna be realistic with you and also like motivate you and push you. So
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could talk to him more or see him again and have more conversations with him. I think I probably would make him a part of my family.
Oh, that'll be sweet. So, do you know where he frequents?
Nah, I was my 9 to 5. I'm a I travel
Oh,
and
okay.
so I don't I just
Okay. Get
yeah.
to stay in like one spot like that.
Yeah, I don't get to so but I had a good conversation though with him.
That's awesome. So y'all were able to impact each other's lives.
I don't know how much I impacted his life, but he impacted my train
That's
of thought
beautiful.
and gave me some things to leave with, you know.
That's beautiful.
Hey,
So
all
you
right.
never know where that blessing gonna come from.
You never know.
Never know. Wow. Wow. Now,
Yeah.
are you both doing 9 to 5s as well as entrepreneurship?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Y'all are still young though too.
Yeah, we doing it all. We
Doing
doing
it
it.
all.
Do everything we can.
Everything.
Work
Hmm.
24/8.
But it's working, right?
Yeah,
Oh
it's work.
yeah,
It's
it's
working.
working.
Hmm.
You know, entrepreneurs make it work, especially when you're doing what you love and you got a job. You know, you're gonna still make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to.
Mm-hmm.
Got to make it work for you.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. Ultimately, do y'all want to go full time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Once we get our ducks in a row, man, most definitely. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But
Go
until
full time.
then, we're gonna continue doing
Oh
both.
yeah, doing what you got to do.
Hmm.
You know, I'm 38 now, so I did what I had to do all the way till I was 37 during the layoff. So I was 37 before I became a full time entrepreneur. So it all happened in due time.
Hmm.
Um, and at the right time. But I definitely I try to, I tell everyone that I meet. Actually, one of my vendors, the one who grandmother passed away, Danielle, for
Mhm.
the workshop. She actually I met her riding in her lift. She was my lift driver. When my car broke down, I took a lift 3 times before I got my current car, and I was riding the back seat of her car, and we were talking, and I greeted her, and I said, "Hey, do you have a business?" And she was like, "Yeah, I do." And I was like, "Well, what is it? Give me a business card." And she gave it to me, and I told her, "I'm gonna call you because I need to buy some stuff from you, some herbal tea." She does herbal tea, and she does massages and things like that. And I said, "Okay, I want to support your business." And so the next day, she came, dropped off my delivery, and I bought my product. And then I had already told her in the car what I do, and she said, "Send me the link to your ebook." And I sent it to her. She bought the ebook the following day, um, and then yeah, this was like the day after she brought me my order. She bought the book, and she sent me a screenshot of her buying the book. And she said, "Hey, I mean, I think it was a divine connection that we had that day." And I told her, I said, I'm always talking to people. I'm always letting people know, "Hey, I'm Olivia. I have a business. Da, 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 da. And what do you do? What's your business?" Because I just think even for the people that are afraid to share, if I greet them with that and pull it out of them, it'll make them want to go ahead and tell me what they have going on, because I want to know. I'm asking for reasons. I want to support you. If I can, I'm going to support. Um, and then she saw me posting flyers about the self-care workshop. We followed each other on Instagram, and she said, she reached out to me and said, "Hey, can I be a vendor? I want to be a vendor and bring my products to your event." And I said, "Okay," and she signed up to a vendor and things like that. But it worked full circle. you know, because I tell myself, and I told the ladies at the workshop, had I not opened up my mouth and talked to her and got on that business conversation in that car, we wouldn't have been able to support each other's businesses, you know, and just still be connected to this day.
Oh, really? So how did you find us?
Each other. Yeah, it's important. And Danielle's she's in her early 30s. She just had a birthday not too long ago, so she's a younger lady than me. But you know, I tell her, you know, Queen, we have to push each other. We have to support each other, encourage each other, and we have to be, you know, able to just speak up and talk about our businesses, you know, because I would like for us to be able to operate like a Black Wall Street. I did back in the day, where if you have this, you have that. Okay, let me go over here and you know, purchase from you and purchase. You know, let's all be able to stop shopping so much at those storefronts and pull that money in and shop from one another. You know, I spend 80% of my shopping is from Black entrepreneurs, and then I still go to the stores, but 80% of my shopping is I buy my clothes and jewelry and all type of stuff from women that I meet in business.
That's dope.
Oh, really? So how did you find us?
I found y'all. How did I find y'all? How did I start following y'all on IG? I don't even know. Just like I don't know how I found Tiara. I think because I follow so much business stuff on IG, and so I started following Tiara. She didn't know me, and I started following her on IG, and I saw her post about Girl Boss Suites in a co-working office space, and I booked my appointment with her to meet her, and had a tour, and we talked about the memberships and you know, rates as far as, you know, which membership plan you want to get on, or what you'll be using the office space for and things like that. And that's how I got connected to Girl Boss Suites. So just from following her on Instagram and seeing her, you know, put it out there. And that's why I tell entrepreneurs too, put your stuff out there, post it. You never know who's looking. You know, some people fret posting. It don't matter who get annoyed because you're posting about your business. Post anyway, because the right person will see it. So right. I don't know who led me to y'all. I think probably I have no clue how I don't know. But I'm glad I did.
For sure. All right. Let's get to that this or that.
Yes. Because it's all, you know, I'm like, oh, it's a little, okay. It's a radio podcast, Black people. Hey, I'm all for it.
Working from home or working from somewhere else?
Exactly.
No, that's the this or that. That's the this or that question.
This to that, pick one.
Yeah,
you rather work from home or
working from half and half, because sometimes I just feel like even though I can be productive no matter where I am, sometimes I like being at home comfortable, so I can just walk in the kitchen and get what I need. But then sometimes I feel like going to the office has its advantages too, which is the reason why I signed up to pay my membership. Because I think when I'm away from home, I'm more like I don't take breaks. I don't take breaks because there's really not a reason to take a break. You know, at home I may just get up and go in the kitchen and, you know, get something, or I may even say I can take a TV break for a couple minutes. But at the office, I don't have that luxury. You know, I'm just working. And if I do take a break, a coffee break, it's maybe 5 minutes, sit there, let my mind, you know, think, and then I just get back on it. So it's more, I guess I'm stricter with myself when I'm away from home. But if I had to pick out of the two, probably away, if I had to choose.
All right. Yeah, I would go with home.
I like working at home. I swear I do, but that's why
I'm gonna go with
I
home
don't
too.
work in my room. Some people work in their rooms. Me personally, I can't, because I get too relaxed. I have to be in a living room, you know, dining area or something like that, but not in my bedroom.
All right, so y'all got any more to that? I don't really have nothing right now.
Nah, I don't think I have anything.
You got anything, Miss Olivia?
What's in store for the future of you guys?
Different cities, pulling up different cities, doing this podcast thing, getting on other podcasts.
Yeah.
We're gonna be on 2 podcasts this week. That's not our podcast, so
Oh, that's
you can look
awesome. Is
forward
this
to
my
that.
first time being on other people's?
Nah.
Okay. And y'all are coming to Houston to be on podcast, right?
Yeah, that's the only reason we come.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Working
Keep
on
going.
another album.
Another album.
Yeah.
So how do you find time to work on your music and your job and a podcast?
Time management skills.
Time management.
Time management skills.
Yeah. Time management. For sure. You got to know how to manage that time to your advantage.
Yeah, true. That is true.
And I don't even talk about it, but I'm in school too. So.
Oh wow.
Well, we both in school, but
wow,
we
that's
work
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are on it like big time.
Yeah.
I love to see it. Love to see, Black men being so just on top of their game, so hungry, just doing great things, wow. That's amazing.
We appreciate it.
And then you got to have family time too. So,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, you definitely have to utilize that time management.
Time management.
Everything work full circle.
For sure. All right, go ahead and plug your business ventures one more time before we bring this thing to a close.
GEEC Management LLC. I can be found on IG at Queen_boss lady. My Facebook is Olivia Mathews, just my name. And
Mathews with 1 T.
1 T. Thank you, with 1 T. A lot of people put a second T in there. I'm like, no, it's just 1 T, like the word math. But
it's a South Carolina thing.
Is that what it is?
Nah,
oh my God. You're in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Are you born and raised over there?
For sure.
Born and raised.
So how is South Carolina? Is it nice?
Smiling faces, beautiful places.
Okay. Okay. Are you being for real?
We used to have that on our license plate a long time ago. That's what the license plate used to say.
Really?
Smiling faces, beautiful places.
Oh my God. Smiling faces and beautiful places.
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina. Is it country?
For sure.
Yeah.
Most of it is, but you know how it is.
Right.
That's rural and urban areas.
In urban areas.
Yeah.
Mostly rural, but that's neither here nor there. And you can find us. Nobody Grinds Like Us Network. Always press record TV, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. We got a raffle coming real soon, like real soon.
Woo woo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So look out for that. Follow us on Twitter too. I won't be mentioning it, but we have a Twitter. 1409 podcast.
Live on Twitter right now.
Yeah, we live on Twitter right now. So all the episodes on Twitter. Matter of fact, and some other stuff. Well, not all the episodes. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram, 1409 podcast. Follow me on Instagram, 843 Ambassador.
You can follow me, your boy GualaMeetsWorld, on IG at GualaMeetsWorld. You know where to find the music on all the streaming platforms. Tap in.
Mm-hmm. All right. We bold, boisterous, and blunt. It's the 1409 podcast, and we out.
Peace.